Medic 16, Engine 31, ALS response.
I work as a dispatcher for CENTCOM, the Kitsap County 911 Center.
Engine 31, CENTCOM.
Engine 31.
Typical day could include domestic violence calls, aid calls.
Medic 14 will be en route.
Copy, Medic 14 en route.
People look to us for any number of things, from aggressive dog in their yard to a CPR call to my house is on fire and I'm losing everything.
The job can be very stressful at times.
The most difficult job for me is really when it comes to an elderly person that maybe home alone, has fallen down or is not feeling well.
We're that link between the public and their help, either a law enforcement or a firefighter. I don't think any one of us ever thinks of ourselves as this great hero. We just know what we need to do, and we know we need to stay calm because we might be that only calm voice in the middle of all the chaos. It was Sunday afternoon. My coworkers have reminded me of my famous last words that day were, I think I'm going to work south today. It's Sunday and it should probably be pretty quiet.
Nowhere in my mind did I think that it was going to end up as it ended.
We got a pretty normal call, phone call request. My swing shift deputy came on, took the call, and told me that he was going to be checking a few locations. The potential of the suspect could have a gun with him. At that point, I, of course, gave the information out for other officers to hear, and it ended up 3 of them meeting at Walmart. They found the male's vehicle. They ran his information and said they were going to be going inside the store to contact him. And that was the last thing I really heard until one of my deputies advised that he was in foot pursuit.
143, foot pursuit, 1545.
Moments later, the next deputy came up and said that there were shots fired.
Shots fired! We have an officer down!
Shots fired at Walmart, Port Orchard, officer down.
We have 2 officers down and a suspect shot. We need backup now.
Hearing those words, shots fired, officer down, is really the scariest thing I think that you'll ever have as a dispatcher.
We need aid to scoop and run with 143 now.
We're going to need a total of 3 ambulances and I believe 1 is DOA.
Copy, 3 aid units, 1 DOA, 1548.
I heard shots fired and a confirmed DOA, and it took my breath away.
At that moment, we didn't know who was the DOA. I just knew that 2 of my deputies had been shot.
I stood up and started to evaluate everybody on the floor, what they were doing, if we had any extra staff. And that's when I looked at Carlea.
I remember looking up straight into the eyes of my supervisor and saying, I can't do this. And he said, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Everybody on that floor had the skill and the knowledge to do their best and get through it.
My dispatch family was, we were all wounded and we had no idea what our officers, if they were okay, what the situation was. We knew that there was 1 confirmed. We didn't know who.
And then finally getting the phone call from a South Kitsap medic who was with them, who wanted us to know that they were okay, that their injuries were non-life-threatening. That definitely was a big relief to everybody.
My personal goal as a dispatcher always is I want to make sure everyone goes home safe to their family at the end of their shift. And I think that was really hard because they didn't go home, but they ended up being safe.